While poultry farmers in the Techiman municipality of the Bono East region are lamenting the high cost of maize and other components of feed which they say serve as a threat to the poultry business in the area. According to the group, the supply of maize, which constitutes over 50% of poultry feed, continues to shrink for some time, while the price has skyrocketed and goes beyond the reach of most poultry farmers. They call on government to intervene to save the industry from collapse. My colleague Anas Abid has more in this report.
Ghana once had a very vibrant poultry industry which created jobs for thousands of Ghanaian youth. Unfortunately, inadequate financial support and incentive packages for players in the industry had over the years led to the gradual collapse of the industry and the retrenchment of a large number of employees. In recent times, the high cost of feed production, which is as a result of maize shortage and high cost of imported feed, is making worse the plight of the poultry farmer. Mr. Emmanuel Opoku is the chairman of the Techiman Municipal Poultry Farmers Association. He shares with us some of the problems confronting the poultry industry in the area.
Last year, there was no adequate rain, so maize couldn't, thrive well. In fact, that is one of the problems. That is the problem of feed, and then the cost of the other components of feed. They are now very, very high, that we cannot meet it. And then the third one is the egg glut. An egg that is sold for about 20 cedis is now sold at 14 cedis. So many of the farmers are now facing problems. How to feed the best. There is no help from anybody. Many of the farmers have gone in for loans, they cannot pay.
Mr. Emmanuel Opoku adds that if care is not taken, the poultry industry may collapse.
This year in particular, 2021, many of the farmers started selling their birds because they can't feed them. So if care is not taken, there will be a time the poultry industry is going to collapse.
For Mr. Prince Jan, also a poultry farmer in the Techiman municipality, with supply exceeding demand, the only way out is for government to come to their rescue by introducing policies that will increase the consumption of eggs, especially in schools.
Today that we have supply exceeding demand, so definitely this is what we will go through. But that is where we needed government most. Government has brought in a very good, interventional project such as free SHS and the feeding. Government could have, made a policy that we use our eggs to feed the schools. Now there are so many things they use in substitution, and I think that if government could do better to revise certain things, government will be popular.
In the midst of all these challenges, a leading provider of agri-care in the Bono East region, Oak Farms, organized a day workshop to take poultry farmers into proper management of poultry farms to maximize production. Dr. Oakland is a retired veterinarian and the CEO of Oak Farms. He says though farmers go through a lot of challenges, this is not the time to throw in the towel.
Well, what I can say is that they say tough times don't last, but tough people do. So at the moment, I think they need to hang on and then try to improve upon the efficiency and what they're doing in order to actually maximize their production and productivity. Yes, and I know that I think it's a transient kind of problem, and I know that the situation will normalize soon. So I want to encourage them to hold on, because I think that there's always a silver lining behind the dark clouds. So I think the situation will normalize soon.
He, however, called on policymakers to introduce clear-cut plans that would help in creating marketing space for produce of poultry farmers.
What policymakers can do is actually to come out with maybe clear-cut plans for creation of marketing space for their products, so that they can also at the end of the day sell, pay off their financial other commitments, and also, make some profits.
Reporting for Joy News, Anas Sabit, Techiman.